Welcome back to the G.T.O podcast. It's your boy Marc, and I'm with my boy Sam.
Yeah.
And Dantes was going to be on here, but he sucks. He ditched us because he's lame. I don't care. You have a driver's license. You could carjack somebody, so that's not an excuse. You could have came. So we're going on without you. So what we're going to do this podcast, we're going to pick, each of us, we're going to pick 10 teams to watch over the course of the season. To watch on League Pass or illegally. Probably illegally. But since he's not here, we're going to pick for him, Sam.
Yeah.
So he's going to regret not coming, I'll tell you what.
I don't know how much he'll regret it.
And we got a sponsor, Sam. You know what it is?
No, we don't have a sponsor.
Support comes from Skin Condoms, made with latex technology. So when you bust, your rubber doesn't have to.
We weren't seriously sponsored by these people. I don't want to break any.
We got a Patreon if you want to help us.
We don't have a Patreon.
I made one.
You made a Patreon?
Yup.
And you didn't tell me about this.
Nope.
Gotta keep me up on these things.
I made an well, it's my Instagram, but if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's the Mad One, and they have like a dot before it. It's THE.M.A.D.1 ONE. Alright, and they got Twitter, and they got a Facebook, and let's move on.
Got two Twitters.
You do?
Yeah, I have a Twitter.
Why? We don't use the regular one, so why would you make another one?
Because I figured you wouldn't appreciate me doing some of the things that I do on Twitter.
Oh, it's one of those accounts. Anyway.
Not one of those accounts.
So, what I propose is, how about we get League Pass, and we all use the same account, and we watch these teams? Because I want to be an educated citizen about basketball.
I don't have money.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem, but I looked it up. League Pass costs $200 a year. So the season's about 8 months, and 200 divided by 8.
It's like 66, give or take. Oh, 200 divided by 8, you
yes.
said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
100
no idea.
Divided by 8 is $25 a month.
Nope.
That's what?
No, I mean that is the math, but I don't have money.
You don't have $25 a month?
Don't have money.
I mean, it's not $25 a month for like, it's divided by 3. That 25 is divided by 3.
Whatever.
You don't have $8.66.
I'm lucky if I get $20 a month. Things are tight, and I don't have a real job, so we'll see.
Well, anyway, so I looked up. Well, I scrolled down a little bit, try to see if I can get a free League Pass accounts. I couldn't, by the way, but they had WNBA League Pass, and guess how much that costs?
A lot less.
It costs $6 for the whole season.
That's fair. I mean, it's not fair, but it's understandable, given.
I mean, fair is not an equation in this. It's just, I guess, very.
That's why I didn't say it wasn't fair.
That's crazy though. So let's see, 200.
You know, there are only like a dozen WNBA teams, right? It's not like a 30-team league. There's significantly less to do. So, according to this League Pass ranking, I guess price, the WNBA's were the NBA's were 33 times more than WNBA. That's crazy to me. But you know they make a lot more money than them, right? The NBA makes a lot.
Well,
more
I know money. That's obvious. But
so, like, financially, the NBA makes more and is therefore worth more.
Well, yes, that's obvious. You don't have to spell that out to everyone. I didn't know it was that much. I didn't know it was that big of a gap. That's really small.
There are literally only 12 WNBA teams.
Well, that sucks. Anyway,
so it's like 50 cents a team.
That's for the whole season, though. Like,
yeah.
You watch, like, most subscription stuff is like $9, $8 a month.
I mean, it's not as exciting as.
A lot of people say that.
WNBA?
Yeah, I've seen WNBA before. It didn't look that bad to me.
It's still exciting, but you don't have like the athleticism. There aren't any LeBron Jameses in the WNBA. No one that can jump. Got like a 30-foot vertical and
30-inch.
30-inch. My bad. And doing like 360 windmills and stuff.
All right. I just don't like that argument because I think it's still pretty good. It is that the only reason I don't watch it because it doesn't come on TV as often.
I'm not saying it's not.
And I don't have TV, so that's a problem as well.
I like the Lynx. The Lynx are good. They're like...
Because they're from Minnesota, aren't they? That's why.
And because they've been winning like 5 championships in the last 4 years. So, they're legitimately good.
Well, alright. So let's get down to teams. Let's do rock, paper, scissors to see who go first. Alright. Dang it, alright.
I win. I got paper. You got rock. So I'm gonna pick first. You're gonna pick second, and Dantes is gonna pick last. First, I want to pick the Golden State Warriors.
Get off Steph Curry's genitalia.
So they got Steph Curry, they got Kevin Durant, and they got Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
they
we
got
all know
Andre
this.
Iguodala. And they got my boy Zaza Pachulia. They got my boy
Trashmont Green.
Well, what happened to Maurice Spates? Why did they get rid of him?
So they could bring in Zaza Pachulia.
All right.
Obviously.
I'm kind of disappointed though.
And
happy.
David West.
I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm not even a Warriors fan really. I'm so happy they got rid of Harrison Barnes because I don't want to watch him ever. Harrison Barnes does not deserve any like amount of that $23 million that he got paid by the Mavs. Get him out of here. Bring him to the D League. Give him a jump shot. Maybe. You know, this is the best we're ever going to see from Harrison Barnes because all his shots for the most part are pretty open, and he still shot like 37% from three. So when he's on the Mavs, there's
Maybe he's one of those guys that can only shoot when he's under intense pressure.
Sure.
Maybe he's a miracle of nature or something.
I think in like a couple years from now, we're going to be looking at Harrison Barnes as one of the worst contracts in the league.
From like this year or just in all time?
Well, from that year. We're not talking about all time.
Okay,
I'm pretty
so like
sure there's
in
worse.
like a certain era of.
Well, I'm talking about in that year. So like in 2 years from now, when he proves that he's garbage and he's not worth anything near that money. Anyway, enough of him. We'll get to him later. But you know, this Warriors basketball. Now you have like 3 guys that can just shoot the lights out of the place, and you got somebody that's not afraid to pass the ball. All these guys love to pass the ball and have great plays, great coaching. Steve Kerr, nice motion offense. It's going to be pornographically obscene how good this basketball team is going to be. And I can't wait. So you can go next.
For my first pick, like this video if you're surprised, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
What is wrong with you?
They're a fun team.
Alright, tell me what's so good about this team.
Alright, so you've got some of the best young people in the league, and by young I mean like 3 years younger.
Like Nemanja Bjelica, whatever that is. And Cole Aldridge.
Nemanja Bjelica?
Go on.
No, I'm talking about Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, the past 2 rookies of the year. Got
Sure.
Chris Dunn. He's heavily voted to be the rookie of the year this year.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah. There you go. Just a lot of athleticism, a lot of fun. Ricky passes, that's all he can do, so he sets up his teammates well. Gets some open shots, and they're my hometown boys.
How do you see this playing out? How many wins do they get?
I'm thinking 45, maybe.
45?
No, 40. 35 to 40.
35 to 40.
Yeah.
So you see them being like the 10th best team in the West?
Yeah, depending on how things fall.
So, well, what makes you think they're going to win that much?
Let's see. 2 years ago, they had like 16 wins.
All
And
right.
last year, they got it up to like 29 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure they'll keep a similar jump. Go from about 30 to about 40.
I don't know. Like, I know they'll be good, but I don't know if they'll be like 40 plus good.
I didn't say 40 plus. I said 35 to 40.
I know what you said. I'm saying something else. I'm saying, well, there's like a lot of hype that people like, oh, they're gonna be the 8th seed. They're gonna go in the playoffs. Like this, I don't know. I think the Jazz are just better than this.
The Jazz are trash because they're from Utah.
That's
Not based on their basketball skill at all.
I just don't see like how they gonna defend the perimeter that well. I don't know. I don't see any like lockdown defenders on this team besides Rubio.
Karl Anthony, where's that guy?
I said perimeter. I definitely said perimeter.
Yeah, he can be a perimeter defender. Did you see him lock down Steph Curry on some switches last year? When the Timberwolves beat the Thunder, or beat the Warriors?
Alright.
I'm just saying, it can be done.
Oh, sure. How's Nikola Pekovic going to do? He keeps getting injured. I'm very concerned for him. Is he going to retire?
I don't care, maybe.
Why?
I like the guy, but I don't care about him as a player
He has
anymore.
a very pronounced widow's peak. That's good in my book. So, Dantes,
also,
what do you want?
Tear your arm off.
What do you want, Dantes? Oh, he said he wants the Nets.
Bucks.
He wants the Nets.
Oh, the Nets, wow.
So let's name off these people on our roster. We got Bo Beach.
Oh,
great
okay,
name.
yeah.
Anthony Bennett.
Never heard of him.
Great player. You know, he missed like his first 30 shots in the league. That's phenomenal. Bojan Bogdanovic. I swear, didn't he get signed to another team? I guess not. I thought he would, though.
No.
Trevor Booker. Wait, what? What am I looking at?
You're looking at the 2017 Brooklyn Nets regular season roster.
Trevor Booker. Am I thinking? Oh, that's another Booker. That's a power forward.
Yeah. You're thinking of Devin Booker.
All right. Randy Foye. God, he's terrible.
You forgot about Yogi Ferrell.
Oh, no one knows who that. No one knows who that is.
No one knows who Bo Beach is.
He has a great name though. You know what? I'm turning around on this team. Bo Beach is gonna lead this team to a nice little 5 seed.
No, number 1 seed in the league. Best record in the league. They're gonna beat the Warriors record from last year.
Bo Beach is my Rookie of the Year candidate. They got Grievous Vasquez on the team. They got Brook Lopez, Jeremy Lin. You know what I don't get? Why did Jeremy Lin sign with the Nets?
Money.
He's through his career where like, here,
Yeah,
have this
money.
prime, give me my money. And I don't know. That's really disappointing to think of. But you know what else is disappointing? The Nets in general. Because not only do they not have a present, they do not have a future. Because both of their next...
Because they traded it all
Yeah,
away.
they're idiots. Idiots.
Well, I mean, you know, it's actually good if you consider that in like 3 years from now, they'll definitely have the number 1 pick. There's no way anyone could be worse than them in 3 years.
Well, alright, well, enough of that. I feel like they're going to win a good, nice 21 games.
I wouldn't even give them 21 games.
No,
They're barely getting 15.
I don't know about that. When you get into those teens levels, that you're just phenomenally bad.
Like the Timberwolves and the Knicks were a couple years ago?
I don't know if they're that bad.
Yeah, they were.
Anyway.
And the Nets will be that bad.
My second pick to watch, I'm gonna go with the OKC Thunder. You know, I'm really hopeful to see Russell Westbrook and Victor Oladipo play together. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I feel like it'd be really interesting, athletic. Who cares about plays? Who cares about fundamentals? Russell Westbrook is gonna miss layups and dunk on people sometimes, and I like that. That's about it.
Emphasis on the sometimes.
Yeah,
He is a pretty average finisher when you look at it.
Everyone looks at like Russell Westbrook is gonna get the MVP this year. He's gonna be so mad.
No,
it's obviously not. If you just take 2 seconds to look at him,
unless he completely like knocks out his 3-point shot and starts actually finishing, like it would take a miracle for him to get MVP. It's not going to happen this year.
you know, and people will say he could average a triple-double. He probably could. Maybe he will. But it's
over
not
a couple games.
But it's not gonna mean anything when you shooting like 30% from 3. Probably got like a field goal percentage in the mid-40s, and you're just, I don't know. What do you see this like in terms of standings?
In terms of standings,
Yeah.
I think there'll be a 8th, maybe 7th seed if they get lucky.
Do you see them trading anyone?
No, I don't see it unless like an offer blows them away at the deadline.
Well, I'm still curious to watch because I'm a fan of train wrecks, which you will see that I will pick later. So what's your pick?
This is also going to be pretty shocking. The Philadelphia 76ers.
And why?
Because I go for that pure athleticism. And Ben Simmons will be fun to watch.
Okay. Well, you don't take interesting things in the beginning of draft. You take the sure things at the beginning of drafts.
No.
Don't you know that?
No, that's not how I won my first fantasy game this year. I drafted a free agent quarterback in the 4th round. That's what I do. I draft people that aren't even on
That's
teams.
dumb. Well, all right.
I still won.
So
So
what are you looking forward to? Because I think they're going to trade either Nerlens Noel or Jahlil Okafor.
they're going to trade Okafor.
Because of the defense?
Yeah.
I agree.
Unless Joel Embiid is the defensive stopper that they're saying he is, then they might trade Noel.
I'm predicting right now he's going to snap his leg in 2 and his career's over. I'm not looking forward to this guy.
He's going to go Kevin Ware, except Kevin Ware still gets to keep his leg.
What happened to Kevin Ware? Was he just not good enough to make it to the NBA?
I think that injury kind of ruined his career because it
No, but he
severed.
did. I thought didn't he come back the next year and play for Louisville?
Yeah, but he was weak because his knee tore through his leg in such a way. I don't think he...
He
was never the
could have
same.
pulled through.
He could have pulled the bone through, yeah.
Dario Saric is very interesting.
If he comes over. Did he come over
No,
yet?
he is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. But I looked at some of his stuff, and he's a viable big man. It says small forward, but I'm pretty sure he played as a big man overseas.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean a whole lot these days.
I mean, it means something when you're going the other way, when you're playing big. It doesn't mean anything like you're playing a position down. He's playing a position up, and I don't know if that's particularly an advantage for him.
Maybe they do a lot of small ball over there, and he was just a small ball for.
Well, typically overseas, everyone's a little bit smaller, so
So that's why I said it shouldn't be a huge problem. He's just a small ball for, like Kevin Durant.
all right. Well, I'm pretty sure he's no Kevin Durant, and I'm pretty
No,
sure
I'm just saying, like, size-wise.
I'm pretty sure he's not. Well, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because his team's probably gonna win like 20 games, if
Not
that.
even 20.
Nick Stauskas is on the team. Shout out to Nick Stauskas, but
He is such a baller. Draining free throws.
he's the next Jimmer Fredette.
Nah, Jimmer Fredette couldn't even be a water boy on most teams.
Dantes, what do you want? Oh, he said he wants the Hornets. I know he's a big Hornets
Oh,
fan.
Yeah, he just loves Charlotte. Everything about that city.
So what's on this team that's vaguely interesting? We got Nicholas Batum. Okay, he's probably gonna break his face again this
They've
season.
got basketballs. I mean, that's
They got Marco Bellinelli. Oh,
a god that exists.
They got Spencer Hawes. He has hair.
Ooh, got him.
Roy Hibbert.
He plays his ball.
You know what I like to watch?
Frank Kaminsky.
No. Roy Hibbert defend pick and rolls. So you just Google that and you have a nice little laugh. Oh, we're talking about overrated. Kemba Walker. Man,
He plays well.
I don't know.
He has flashes.
Flashes. That's about it.
Sometimes a flash in the pan is all you need to light some sparks.
To lose though in the first round.
Yeah, well.
Do you think? They probably.
Hey, if the Hornets weren't as bad as they have been, then LeBron probably wouldn't have as many titles.
Rasheed
Like if the East weren't
Suleiman.
crap. Oh, is he the acquitted?
Yeah, that's why I found that sounds familiar. Is that him?
Yeah, he's the one who did the thing that could have been illegal, maybe, if he really did it.
What was that whole story about? Because I don't remember. He's undrafted, so I don't know what they see in him. You know, he's probably not going to play, so it doesn't even matter. But you look that up, though.
Yeah, he was that Duke guy.
Yeah, he went to Maryland?
Yep.
Yeah, alright. So it doesn't matter. He's not going to play. He's going to be out the league. I say that now, but watching 5 years as an All-Star. My next pick is...
Oh, he was accused of rape by multiple women.
That's light.
Not that rape is something to joke about, but that's...
Wait. If he got accused of rape by 5 women, like, what happened with that?
They didn't pursue it, or they didn't prove it.
So they just took his scholarship and then he went to Maryland?
Yeah, I guess. They didn't just take a scholarship, they completely kicked him off the team.
Alright. Well...
Like Derrick Rose is accused of rape, but still got signed to a huge contract.
But it's not the same, though, because it was obviously that it wasn't rape. In this case, I think it's...
Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
How can you say it's obvious it wasn't rape?
Because if you read the story, as news developed, I read a story in that it was more like the woman was mad at Derrick Rose, for whatever reason, and you have to like draw your own conclusion. But it seemed like the woman was mad because Derrick Rose made her pay for the what's that thing called? It's a belt. I think it's called a sex belt, but you wear it around your waist so you can get better leverage when you're doing it in the back. I'll show you that story later that I found, but I'm pretty sure my assumption was that she seems pretty salty.
Oh, well, yeah, but I'm not saying it's not rape yet.
Oh, sure, you be safe. I'm picking the Cleveland Cavaliers because this is not rape. But I'm curious about J.R. Smith. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
He's trash.
He's one of my favorite players to watch because he just makes so many threes and he's so good.
He misses a lot of these, too.
Well, sure, everyone misses a lot of threes if you take a lot of threes. So you said nothing there. Thanks for the contribution, Sam.
Yeah, I do what I can. I didn't even want to do this today.
The only thing I'm mad about is that they got rid of Timofey Mozgov.
really like him. I feel like they should have played him more.
Yeah, he had 93 rebounds in one game.
I don't know about that.
All-star.
I don't know about that, but
It was just a glitch in the graphics.
where do we see LeBron going from here?
Down.
Well, obviously, but how down will it be?
Not even gonna win the finals this year. He's not gonna win the finals for the rest of his career.
Sure about that?
Yeah, no more rings.
No more rings.
Not unless he joins the Warriors.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because the East is on the rise.
Is the East really on the rise?
Yeah.
In my eyes, the East got drastically worse, and that's saying a lot. Are you sure? What made you say in this offseason that the East got better?
You got the Knicks consolidating their potentially good thing. You got the Bulls consolidating some power there. The Sixers are getting hopefully better, maybe, if we're lucky.
But none of those teams are threatening the Cavs, though.
No, but that just means LeBron's going to log more minutes because he's not going to sweep through every round.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
These teams are going to get more wins. They're going to get more wins on each other, maybe. More wins on the West, but they're not getting more wins on the Cavs. Come on.
The Warriors got better significantly. He's not going to roll through them.
But yeah, you can what we saw this year. It's easier to bank on one series that it's horribly outmatched in and winning it than saying there's three teams. There's no team in the East that's outmatching the Cavs.
No, what I'm saying is LeBron's getting older. He's getting more expensive. The Cavs are losing money. Not losing money. They're running out of space.
Well, they're already out of space.
Exactly.
They're past the cap space and they're paying a tax right now.
Yeah, so they're not going to be able to fill in with as many good role players that they would need.
LeBron always
takes his yes men.
He's gonna find.
He doesn't take great players.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying he doesn't take the best role players available. He takes his guys, which is fine because they've done well. Not criticizing.
Well,
them for
keep
that.
getting the example then.
James Jones and Mike Miller from Miami.
Yeah, but they're minimum contracts. They sign them with the mid-level exception, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't go.
I'm not talking about this from a financial standpoint.
But they don't even play though. They barely play.
That's even worse. They're wasting money on people that don't play for no reason other than to keep LeBron James happy, so they don't have to resort to sucking his ego.
But we know what he also did though. He was able to trade to get Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith.
Good for him. And now J.R. Smith is going to be leaving after 2 years potentially.
After the next 2 years?
No. They got him 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He might not be back this year if he doesn't re-sign.
He's gonna
soon.
come back. He's gonna come back.
Not if they don't have the money to re-sign him.
They have the money, so it's the option. Do they want to pay him the money? Well, it's not even the money thing. It's the years. Do they want to give him 3 years?
I don't give a damn about Cleveland. So
I'm telling you, they'll be back in the finals.
they're not gonna win the finals.
Well, that's fine. At this point, it's just nice to see LeBron in the finals every year. It's a sure thing. I guess we got 2 sure things this year. It's going to be a Cavs versus Warriors 3 times in a row. Has that ever happened before? The same 2 teams go back at it 3 times in a row?
I don't know. I don't care. Cleveland's trash. The Warriors are slightly better trash.
Oh, but I picked the Minnesota Timberwolves, though. Alright, pick another team. Prove me wrong.
The Knicks. The New York Knickerbockers.
I wanted that.
I don't give a god dang about your feelings, about your love life or lack thereof.
Explain why would you pick the Knicks?
Because according to Derrick Rose, they're a super team, just like the Warriors. I'm all about fun to watch, because I'm not going to sit through some boring highlights of two-handed dunks from a guy who doesn't even have to jump. I want flashy play. Pure athleticism.
So you don't want them Roy Hibbert highlights?
No, I don't want Roy Hibbert highlights.
Oh, man. I really want the Knicks because imagine if they played. I'm not talking about I know it's unrealistic to think
I wouldn't have picked Cleveland. So I wouldn't have picked Cleveland. You wouldn't have given Cleveland to Dantes, so you couldn't pick them.
Well, the reason I wanted the Knicks is because imagine if they played not to their best. Derrick Rose obviously not gonna be MVP anymore, but imagine if you actually play a point guard that wasn't just crazy making dumb jump passes and and just being reckless sometimes with the ball.
Yeah.
Like, he was just a guy who didn't make turnovers and just made layups when he made good cuts when he have to. Because he's good at making cuts and doing crazy layups and stuff.
Yeah, cutting his
Cutting.
Cutting his CLs.
Anyway, cutting. Well, and then Carmelo, he's still pretty good. He makes jump shots, and
Kristaps Porzingis.
I'm really looking for him to improve this year, playing at center. Carmelo at the 4, even though he might not want to, but I think he'd be pretty good down there. He could rebound all right. He could post up real nice.
He might be a tad short.
He's 6'8". That's good enough.
I don't care.
And of course, oh no, that's not gonna work.
What?
Because Joakim Noah's playing.
Center. Yeah.
Kristaps coming off the bench then.
No,
Sorry,
Kristaps is going to be their starting point. No, Noah's going to be their starting point guard. Clearly, best handles.
Well, if he could play like the defensive player of the year, Joakim, or near that, I think he still could.
I don't know.
Because hasn't all his injuries been like? Oh no, that's not true. I think he broke his foot a couple times, so that's not good.
Yeah, that might hinder some of his.
So the interesting thing about the Knicks is that this could be a train wreck or like one of the best teams we've seen in the last 5 years, and that's interesting. It's probably gonna be closer to a train wreck, but anyway. Hey Dantes, what do you want?
I think he wants the Lakers.
No, you sure? Alright, why would he want the Lakers?
Because he's still a Kobe diehard. And he's hoping
Kobe's gone.
He's hoping Brandon Ingram can fill that void for him.
Oh, I think he's hoping Kobe's gonna make a return.
Ooh, that possibly.
You think Kobe's gonna get bored and he wants to come back like Michael Jordan?
No, I think Kobe's gonna be busy investing in VR technology like he's currently doing right now. He's at a pitch meeting this very minute.
Really?
Nah, probably not. I don't know.
Well, I think anything else interesting from the Lakers? Do they have their next picks? Do they have a future?
Nope. What's the future?
Well, I guess you're right. So my next pick is. Oh, let me think. I'm not sure because you took my Knicks. The Knicks was my third one. So I think I'm gonna go. Oh man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with the Celtics.
I hate you.
Why?
I was gonna pick the Celtics for my next pick.
Why I like the Celtics? Because their plays are pretty. I like their plays. They do a lot of like picks and they run around.
See, you criticized me for doing that.
And then they got rid of Jared Sullinger, which he takes so many jump shots. They didn't get rid of Kelly Olynyk. They got rid of Kelly Olynyk, I would have picked them first.
Kelly Olynyk is a good player. Got the nice long hair.
Sucks. I don't like looking at him.
He's good at tearing people's elbows out.
He just looks aloof and very uncoordinated. Anyway, I really like Isaiah Thomas though, and
he's good.
The reason why I picked the Celtics more than anything else, I feel like they're gonna make a big trade this season. Because
they're gonna get Kevin Love.
No, I think they're gonna get Boogie Cousins.
No.
Why not?
Because they already have Al Horford.
So?
And who's that other guy? Crap. Whatever.
They got Al Horford, but
I think they're pretty stacked.
You think Boogie Cousins wouldn't be an upgrade? And the Kings are dumb enough to take Al Horford and somebody else.
They're not going to trade Al Horford.
Why wouldn't they? If you're getting the Cousins back, or they could trade for Westbrook, maybe.
No.
I feel like a trade like
Thunder. If the Thunder were going to trade Westbrook, they would have traded him already.
I don't know how true that is. I don't know.
Why would they risk having him injure himself or play poorly and lower his stock instead of going through all this trouble to re-sign him?
I guess that's true.
And make a big deal about you're our man.
I just want to trade somebody because I feel like the Celtics, they got the assets, they got the picks.
Yeah, picks are assets.
Yes, and they got the players.
Players are also assets.
The middling players that we don't need. We don't need Zeller. We don't need average white guy men on this team. We need big black men that can dunk balls real nice.
That's racist.
Anyways, what are you picking next?
Ooh, what am I picking next? That's a great question. The Denver Nuggets.
Why? Because of Moutier and Jokic?
Yeah. I just like saying Jokic, man.
Is there anything else that's vaguely alright?
I'm not putting much thought into this.
Well, I think, you know what Dantes really wants? He wants a team that is middling and disappointing.
The Grizzlies?
No, I mean he does want that.
Yeah,
he does. But he wants the Wizards first though, because we don't want one of us to pick it, so he want to pick the Wizards.
Great pick.
So he really likes Bradley Beal because I think he can relate to him how they both get injured every once in a while,
like all the time.
So, how many games do you think Bradley Beal's gonna play?
Let's see, there are 82 games in the season. So, like, 40?
I think he's gonna play a nice, healthy 55. I feel kind of bad predicting an injury, but who cares?
He's gonna break his leg in 5 separate places.
Nah, I think he's more type of guy to shatter, like he's gonna break a finger, and then like
break a finger or completely destroy that
not
finger?
Destroy,
like bone chunks.
No, it's gonna be like a hairline fracture. Like it just hurts. It hurts just enough for him not to play, but it's gonna be so wimpy that everyone's gonna make fun of him for it.
That's a weak injury.
Isn't he like the highest player? No, he's the second highest player behind Mike Conley. Man, why do they pay him so much?
Bradley Beal?
Yeah, why do they pay Bradley Beal so much?
Because he weds trays? I don't know.
This might be the other bad contract. At least Harrison Barnes gonna play. Jeez.
Hopefully.
Jeez. Who else is on this team? Marc and Gortat. I really like Marc and Gortat.
The Polish hammer.
Yeah, I really like how he just catches the ball and he dunks it sometimes.
And then he like sets a pick or two.
Mm-hmm.
He's lucky.
Then he catches it again. Then he dunks it again. What happened here? What happened to my computer?
Whoa.
They got Markieff Morris.
Whoa. He dribbles the ball occasionally.
He's whatever, but we gotta talk about this though. John Wall.
Heroin.
I'm tired of John Wall.
He's pretty good.
No, he's good on the court.
He plays like Westbrook if Westbrook had like no knees.
What? What do you mean?
Like he has some of the speed of Westbrook and stuff, but like he's not as explosive.
I think he controls it better. I think actually John Wall's faster than him. But
yeah, but he's not as explosive is what I was going for.
I think he's I guess we can agree to disagree, but you can see one guy's under control and one guy's not. Whatever. Now this team is going to be disappointing, as we all know. What are you showing me?
I'm not showing you anything. I'm just lining up with myself.
Alright, so what do I want next? I want a good, solid team that I could look at. They'll win games, but they're really fun to watch. Let's see.
Ooh,
I want the Pelicans.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I want the Pelicans.
You want the Rockets.
No. Well, I do.
Son of a...
I want them later, but I know you want the Pelicans. You know, I want the Pelicans got Anthony Davis, of course. And they got Buddy Hield. And that's enough for me to watch this team. They're very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not, but they are, though.
I mean, they're interesting in that they're boring enough. Like, they're boring enough to be like, how can this go? How is this going to end up? But, like, I don't care enough to actually watch them.
Mm. Well, Luke Babbitt is going, right? And that sucks. Well, I don't want this team anymore.
Oh, well, too bad you picked him.
Oh.
For my pick, I'm going to go with the Houston Rockets.
Oh, that's a good pick.
That's a pretty
Because
good
they got Mike D'Antoni. They got James Harden. They got Eric Gordon. They got
Ryan Anderson.
They got Ryan Anderson.
They got 3-point shooters and ball dribblers, and they've got the headband of brothers.
I wish that they imagine if they had those players like 3-point shooters with Dwight Howard.
That'd be a pretty good team.
Yeah, it would have been.
They'd at least make it probably conference finals more often than not.
Just disappointing because I don't know.
I'm really excited to see what Corey Brewer does.
Is he still on the team?
Yeah.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Whatever. Well, Dantes, what do you want? I know you're a very wise individual.
Ooh.
You'll never disappoint us.
Does he want Milwaukee?
No. He said that's too good for him. He feel like that's out of his league. So he really wants the Memphis Grizzlies. He wants a middling team that had one good season one time.
Hey, you guys remember that one time?
Yeah, they went to the conference finals against the Spurs, and the Spurs swept them because they have no shooters.
Yeah, Corey Bruce still.
And they still kind of don't. They got Troy Daniels, but that guy can't play defense, I'm pretty sure. They got
No, he can't. He's absolute trash.
They got Tony Allen. He can't shoot, but he can play defense. But
Yeah.
Mike Conley is grossly overpaid because you pay him like the most that anyone has ever been paid.
Oh, yeah, that was like the opening days of the new TV deal or whatever.
Yeah.
And like 5 players in the NBA made as much as like 11 NFL players. It was so bad.
But he's never made an all-star team, though. And this guy, I don't know. Mike Conley, just not something that I like. He's alright. Marc Gasol. Remember when that, like, beginning of the year, when people were like, he's an MVP candidate? And
No. Marc Gasol? Yeah, I get that.
Jermichael Green, I kind of like. Chandler Parsons is whatever. Zach Randolph's really old. Vince Carter's coming back for his own self-promotion. So, you could have fun with that, Dantes. That team's going to win, I don't know, 40-something games for some reason.
Yeah, who's your next pick?
My next pick? Let me see that. I'm going to pick the Jazz.
Okay, good for you.
Why you say that?
You've got a team that you will enjoy watching. Good for you.
Thanks. I will enjoy watching this team because this team plays nice defense. And you know Gordon Hayward, he's really big in the esports. So that's something. But no, they got George Hill, they got Joe Johnson. They got a nice mix of veterans and rookies and young players. They got a solid coach that has a really good defensive. What I'm trying to say, he's a really good defensive coach in Quinn Snyder. So this team's gonna be elite. Oh wait a minute, not that elite defensively. Not gonna be an elite team, but they just have ways to go offensively. And I'm curious to see what's that guy's name? Dante Exum does this year.
Oh, you mean like the 2000 rated fantasy basketball player on Yahoo?
Why is he that low? I mean, he only got injured.
There aren't even 2,000 players that they had rated. It was like 1,500 and then like 2099 Dante Exum. Poor guy.
Well, I don't know. I have no feeling on him. Because you haven't really seen him in the NBA. He played like one game and got injured. Anyways, what do you want?
Ya boys. The classiest of franchises in all of sports history. The San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, why?
Because they got class, they play fundamental basketball.
What does that mean? What does class mean?
They're good people. They have a high standard of living.
Like everyone else is not?
They aren't going to be employing any Matt Barneses or,
what are you trying to say wrong with Matt Barnes?
Didn't he get it, like, involved in some assault of a woman?
We're going to leave that there. We're going to move on. So, Kawhi Leonard.
Right.
Kawhi Leonard's probably going to make the All-NBA first team again. He's probably going to be Defensive Player of the Year again. He's probably going to be the MVP. I wonder if that ever been done. Get like 3 of the most highest awards in the season. But do we see this team like having a chance to win a championship? I do not. Because they got rid of Tim Duncan, and this don't look impressive to me anymore. So where do you see it going from here?
I see it staying a little. Okay, it's going to be a little below what they were last couple of years.
I don't know. I think they keep in the reputation. Like everyone thinks Spurs can perennially go to the conference finals and the finals. But in my eyes, for like the past 5 years, there's only like 1 year. Well, it's 2 years where they definitively should have been in the finals and won. And that's the times against the Heat. But after that, I'm surprised the Clippers did not beat them more in the playoffs. I don't know if that tells more about Doc Rivers or Greg Popovich.
Pop's just that good.
But I think it tells a lot about Doc Rivers because he's an idiot.
Well, it's a lot about both.
Oh, yeah. But in the 2014 playoffs, I think they went against the Spurs and they lost in 7. The Clippers did. I feel that they should have really beat them because they have every athletic advantage. Like if you're not even thinking about coaching, not even thinking about plays or matchups. I mean, not thinking about like higher level stuff like cross matching and switching pick and rolls. If you just think man to man, point guard to point guard, position to position, I think they just outmatched them in almost every category. Like DeAndre Jordan, shouldn't he be getting like every rebound over Tim Duncan?
No.
Well, you would think that, right? Like the dude can't jump and
No.
but
Because Tim Duncan, he's got the fundamentals of boxing out down. They call him the big fundamental for a reason. Mr. Fundamental. Who cares?
But sure, but like between DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin, the board should just be theirs.
The head game.
Between like, there's
It's
no
all about the head game.
before like at that time they didn't have LaMarcus Aldridge. They didn't have like a second really good big man.
Boris Dio is pretty good.
But he's not a rebounding big man. He's not. He's like an in between player in my eyes. Anyways, Blake Griffin is a star. He could do everything besides shoot threes in my eyes.
He can shoot threes.
Barely.
I mean, like corner threes, but
Yeah.
he's on LaMarcus Aldridge's level.
They have J.J. Redick. I think he's the white J.R. Smith, I would say.
He's better than J.R. Smith.
Why what makes you say that?
He's white.
Oh. Jeez.
Kidding. It's because, I don't know.
I think he has better off-ball movement, and it shows in his points because he averages a lot more points a game.
3-point contest. That's where I'm going with that.
So why do you keep switching over? Who are you looking at? This girl with her stomach out?
It's just on Twitter. I don't know.
So that's why you got a new Twitter account. You're looking at these promiscuous photos.
It's not a promiscuous photo.
Whatever. Anyway, I think the Clippers underachieved this whole time, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do from here.
She's wearing more than Mormons.
What does Dantes want? What you want? Oh, you want the Dallas Mavericks? Oh, what? Harrison Barnes is your favorite player of all time? Wow.
What pick are we on?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track of the number. I'm just keeping track of what everyone wants. But he wants to watch Harrison Barnes. He says he's predicting Harrison Barnes the MVP, and he's gonna make the All-Star team. I'm just gonna disagree on that one. So how do you feel about the Mavericks?
They're pretty good. They play basketball.
That's a fact, but the good part's not a fact. All right.
I mean, they're pretty good in that they could probably beat Ben Franklin.
I'd kind of give you that one. I don't know about that. But anyway, I like Justin Anderson. I really like him.
Right.
He fits in that Norman Powell, Jonathan Simmons role. I like those type of players. They seem really strong, good on defense, even though they might not be that good defensively. But I think he has a future in this league. JJ Barea, whatever.
JJ Barea.
How is he still getting? Well, I guess
Kid's a baller. He shoots the ball well.
I guess he's one of those point guards that just won't mess up. He won't do anything special, but he just won't make turnovers. And Andrew Bogut's on his team. Why is he just why?
Because he's reunited with his spirit animal / real MVP, Harrison Barnes.
Did he think Steph Curry signed his team because it was Seth Curry? Like,
yeah, he's not an idiot.
I think he is. Well, I mean he's not an idiot because he still wants that money, but
yeah, he's getting that straight cash.
Uh,
Getting that paper.
I just don't know about signing Andrew Bogut.
I don't know about signing you.
It seems that the Mavericks just keep grasping for straws. Like they keep trying to get Dirk a ring or like a good playoff run. And I just don't think it's gonna work.
I mean, Dirk's already a Hall of Famer. I think he's set.
Yeah, but he still wants to win though.
Of course. Who doesn't want to win?
The Kings, it would seem.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah.
Who's your next pick?
I think it is the Kings.
No, who's your next pick?
Yeah, it's the Kings.
I thought you didn't want the Kings.
No. This guy, this team, is a dumpster fire, a train wreck.
Actual cancer.
Actual cancer that it's like malignant. It's in every part of your body. It's terrible.
Rip.
But it's gonna be interesting to watch Boogie Cousins and see how mad he gets, because I think this has to be a last straw. It's another season where he's not gonna make the playoffs. It could be, he could get traded this year. If they were smart, they should have traded him a while ago. But
Possibly.
where do you see him going? Like, what's the trade destination? If you don't think it's the Celtics, what could it be? Who has the assets? A bad team that has picks. Sixers?
I think if they give up like Okafor and I don't know, Saric or something, and some picks.
I agree. The Sixers, they could trade for whoever they want. They have millions and millions of dollars in cap space. They have all the picks that you want.
I'd want to see him go to the Celtics, but I don't think he would.
Well, it's not a choice.
I don't think like he would end up going there. That they would send him there.
Yeah. But what would the Kings want back? But like, tell them about their trades. I don't think they know what they want. Cause think about all
they want to win.
Yeah, they want.
They want to be getting that paper.
It seems like they don't really know how. They can't get a point guard for a Boogie, and
the Kings.
Yeah,
I don't know what they want. Yeah. They don't know what they want. They don't even have like a coach that. They don't really know who they want coaching this team.
Because they hired George Carlin last year, a guy who plays really fast-paced basketball, and your best player is a post-up player. Like,
yeah,
you idiot! I just don't get it. It makes me think sometimes that I could be a GM, and I'm like, that shouldn't be you.
You could be a GM. I could be a GM. We could both run the Kings about as good as Vlade Divac is right now.
I think better. According to my NBA 2K association modes,
count.
I'm a 10-time champion.
He messes with the sliders, ladies.
No, I don't. I just simulate. I just sign the players and simulate the season. And I signed a 99 player that I made myself, so maybe.
So you did more than manipulating the sliders. You played God. Not in a good way.
Played God.
Yeah.
I guess that's about it. There's only one good thing about this team, and as soon as they trade Boogie Cousins, there's no reason for anyone to watch this team, unless
Willie Cauley-Stein.
Oh yeah, whatever. And they drafted him. Why? Because if they drafted Willie Cauley-Stein, wouldn't that tell you that they would trade him? But then they didn't trade him.
Straight cash.
I don't know. They're idiots. They really are. This team is potentially one of the teams that can move to Seattle. Would you want to see that?
No.
Why?
Seattle doesn't deserve anything.
Why?
Because I'm going to bring this into football for a second.
All
the
right.
Seahawks are like the Minnesota Vikings of the West. They've taken so many Vikings players. After we cut them, it's a little disappointing because the Vikings have never really been that great. So why would you want their sloppy seconds?
Because I think it's in football, it's less about the talent, more about the defense they're in. So like Josh Norman was good on the Carolina Panthers because the defense they had, but he's not terribly good on whatever team he's on now because it's like
not just defense, but like statistically, just a bad team. And I figure they're going to be the same.
But what's it to do about moving them to Seattle?
Because Seattle would end up doing the same thing in basketball. Not necessarily Minnesota, but like being a sort of collection of other teams' sloppy seconds.
You see that with a lot of teams, like they partner up with certain teams and trade frequently with them. Let me think of an example.
Yeah, but it's usually not like trash.
Like the Spurs don't mind trading with the Hawks or the Celtics. I mean, the Hawks are like...
Yeah, but the Spurs don't trade often.
I guess that's true. But like some teams, they trade based on relationships, I'm guessing. Like the similar thing you're talking about, LeBron gets his guys because he's the GM of the Cavs. A lot of GMs do that, except we just don't shed a light on it because they're not stars. So there you go. Anyways.
Who's your next pick?
It's not my turn.
Whose turn is it?
It's your turn.
Oh.
I mean, no, it's not.
It's your turn.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, no, I got the Spurs.
Yeah, no, I just picked the Kings.
So it is my turn. Portland Trailblazers, your boy Dame.
What else, though?
That's it. He's got a nice mixtape. It's fire.
I didn't listen to it.
Which I refuse to say ever again. For good reason.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Like, where do you see this team heading?
They're gonna win a game.
I'll be willing to bet that one. So you're definitely right. But did you see anything interesting from them last year?
CJ McCollum did well for me in fantasy basketball.
All right, it was like that's it.
Yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm not.
We're doing what? You staying up drinking?
Maybe. No.
Well, Dantes, what do you want? What does he want? He wants it.
Pistons.
No, he doesn't want the Pistons. He doesn't want the Pistons.
Then get over me.
I think he wants the Magic.
Get over it.
No.
No, someone already picked the Magic.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he picked the Magic.
So you got to keep track of these things, Mark.
I'm not writing it down.
I'm writing down my picks, and I can't even remember all of them.
What
He wants the Hawks.
Yeah. Hawks. What? What happened?
I accidentally paused it for a second.
Oh, that's all right. So the Hawks, they signed Dwight Howard, and
And they're trash.
they're trash.
Straight trash.
What
Like,
happened to Teague went to Indiana, right? So Schroeder's gonna be playing most of the minutes. Do you see Schroeder becoming the most improved player this season?
no.
Why?
Because I don't think he's going to improve. He's already great.
Well, no. His skill's not gonna improve. You know what this award is about. It's about who.
Statistical improvement, I know, and he's not gonna improve statistically.
All
I
right.
think he's reached his peak for now.
All right. So what are you seeing? How many games it's gonna win?
Like 2,
2.
at least.
Well, I'm gonna say a little bit more. I'm guessing 45.
Wow, that is a guesstimate.
Anyways, what's the team that I really like? Well, I really like Hassan Whiteside, but I don't know about picking the Heat. But I think I'm gonna pick him because I really like Hassan Whiteside. He just got re-signed. Trash.
Yeah.
Whatever. And they got rid of Dwayne Wade, so I think this team's gonna improve. Because Dwayne Wade is a ball hogging bastard.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't think they're gonna do anything great. They might see the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals because there's no competition, I think. So who are you picking next?
Anyone pick the Clippers yet?
No.
I'm not picking them.
Why?
Picking the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, they got Thon Maker.
They got the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You're gonna see him dunk basketballs. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I pick fun teams.
Whatever.
I'm gonna have the most fun here.
Sounds like it. Well, anyway.
High on life.
What does Dantes really want? Dantes really wants. What is his favorite team? Tell me. Toronto. You could have Toronto. They got Kyle Lowry. He's our whatever. DeMar DeRozan. Oh my God.
He's the best player in the league.
Why?
That's named DeMar DeRozan.
Why'd they re-sign DeMar DeRozan?
Because he can be Kobe. He can be Kobe now that Kobe's not Kobe.
He sucks so much.
But he plays exactly like Kobe.
Alright, but does it make shots like Kobe?
Exactly. So they're hoping he can one day be Kobe.
What a terrible player.
They're gonna force him as the second coming of Kobe.
Why? I don't get it. Their big off-season acquisition was Jared Sullinger. So y'all can have fun with that. They lost Bismack Biyombo, which came out big in the playoffs, and he's just a fantastic player, and they lost him. So
Yeah.
you pay DeMar DeRozan trash shelf. Like he just sucks. You pay DeMar DeRozan, but you don't give Biyombo. Like he's better for the team. DeMar DeRozan just, oh my God. That's debilitating for a Raptors fan. Like, why would you want to ever see him?
Oh yeah, because you know Raptors fans.
Anyways, I'm sorry about
Your
that.
pick.
Sorry about that, Dantes.
I'm not. You deserve it for ditching us.
Well, what do I want? Kind of running low on the teams here.
Yeah, I think we each have 3 picks left, but I can't remember.
I took the Pelicans already. You took the Spurs. I don't want the Bulls not touching that mess.
I'll take them.
Well, what?
They're just going to be my next pick, since you're not taking them.
Pistons? Yeah, I'm going to take the Pistons. I like my boy,
I.
Andre Drummond. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to dribble a couple times. He's going to spin it, and then he's going to dunk it.
They're not going to be my next pick.
Alright, well, I like Stanley Johnson, too, because he's cool looking. I don't know if he's going to be any good or not, but I don't really know what to expect from this team. I don't really know, but they're interesting for me because they got a lot of young guys that could do stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, what do you want?
The Pacers.
Why?
Fun. PG-13. Dunks.
That's a fact.
basketball.
That's true. So why do you think they got rid of Frank Vogel?
I don't think he was bringing them to their true potential.
But they
And by that I mean their star player was injured and they underperformed for a year. So
and they got rid of Lance Stevenson, they got rid of Roy Hibbert, and they got rid of David West, and they got rid of the team that brought them so far.
exactly.
It's all Frank Vogel's fault. Now that I say it out loud. Yeah, so let's move on to what's the last terrible team on here?
Dantes. Yeah. Clippers are free.
But he might enjoy that.
Suns are free.
Suns are free.
Are the Wizards or the Hawks free?
No, he could have the Suns. You got Leandro Barbosa back. And I got Eric Bledsoe. No relation to Drew Bledsoe. He's probably gonna break something again. So you can have fun with that.
Okay.
I think this is the last team we're gonna pick, right?
We should each have 10 picks.
We should each have 10. How many you got?
And right now I have 1, 2. I have 9.
All right, so it's
but
the last
I can't
one.
think of the last 3 teams.
I got the Clippers then.
Okay, then who are the last 2?
The last 2 that we didn't pick are the Bulls.
Alright, I get the Bulls.
And
1, 2,
how do you want the Bulls? So let's talk about this.
I still only have 9 teams.
Oh, that's a problem.
We'll just have to rewatch it and...
All right. Well, the Bulls, they suck. Why they sign Dwayne Wade and Rajon Rondo?
You know what you said about dumpster fires?
Yep.
It's like that, but on top of a train wreck.
And they have expectations too, and that sucks.
Super teams.
Why?
They're the next super team, like the Knicks.
So I'm the Bulls GM. What am I thinking?
Heroin is a great drug.
I got rid of Joakim Noah. I got rid of Derrick Rose. I got Jimmy Butler. Young guys like McDermott. I got Snell. I got young guys like that. And I got a Fabricio, that really young center. So I got this really young supporting cast for my young star. So let me get 2 old, washed up, past their prime, ball hogging perimeter players.
Yeah.
I just don't see the points.
I remember the 10th team, so we're good. We're all done.
Alright.
As soon as Dantes gets his last team.
So what's the last team that you can have?
Oh wait, no, you got the Clippers and he got the... I have the Bulls and the Nuggets. You have Cleveland. I have Minnesota. You have Detroit and the Thunder.
Alright, so let's go by...
You have the Pacers.
So
Or I have the Pacers and the Blazers. And the Bucks. You have the Jazz.
You have the Hawks,
I
right?
have the Hawks.
I have the
You
Warriors. He has the Hornets. I have the Clippers. I have the Heat. He has the Lakers. He has the Magic. He has the Suns. He has the Wizards, and I have the Kings.
Yeah, so we're done.
All right. Well, that's that. We're probably not gonna follow through on this, but I think
Well, not really. Well,
but I think I'm gonna watch these teams. The one I picked, I'm gonna follow through with it.
yeah, I'm gonna watch my first couple picks.
You better not watch one Warriors game unless your team's playing them. But what? Why are you looking at me like that?
I will watch the Warriors when my team is not playing them. Also known as the time when I have no way to watch them.
Alright, well, let's talk about this fantasy league that you're supposed to be starting.
I'm doing a fantasy?
Yeah, because you're going to give me the first pick.
Bull crap.
Please, you got to start this fantasy.
You got to get people to join it.
Alright, well, I'm about to ask you who's going to be in it.
Let's see, it's going to be me, going to be you, going to be Dantes maybe, if Dantes wants to do it. Ooh, those are some nice ads.
Stop, alright? Go ahead.
Sorry,
Do you have the people from last year on contact who just emailed them, Nick, to see if they sign up again?
Yeah.
And you gotta make sure I get the first pick, right? Gotta make sure I got the first pick. I tanked for this.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
he did tank. He traded me like Mo Williams, or like Chris Paul for Mo Williams.
Yes.
And other people were upset, but then I told them they should have just tried harder.
They should have just asked me.
Yeah, I mean, like, all I did was like, hey, Mark, can you, like, tank for me?
Because that's what the GMs in real life do. They just ask, hey, can I have your 3 best stars? And they're like, yeah, sure.
For, like, absolute garbage.
Can I have your Boston pick? Yeah, I'll take your Boston pick.
Can I have your team?
Yeah, you can have my team. You got the arena. Just give me that pick.
I will give you $3 million. All of my players and my stadium and my coaching staff for the first overall pick of the second round.
I have to make sure I gotta get a re-sign Kwame Brown. He's entering the draft again.
Ooh.
Anyway, so I'm looking forward to that. That's about it. I'm done. I missed that. So if you listen to this, you got this far, you could like it or something. Watch our other videos, because we got some other videos coming out today around this time. I don't know when this is going to go up. I don't know.
Later today.
Probably, right? All
Yeah.
right. So we got some stuff coming, and I think you'll enjoy it. So goodbye. You gotta why are you doing? You gotta end it. Goodbye.